What I was saying last week is just basically open and close the fingers very gently. And if you remember the programs I've done on Tai Chi for arthritis or Qigong for arthritis, you move the joints until they feel warm. Now, on a day like today, a little chilly, so it's going to take longer than, let's say, in mid-July. But when your joints feel warm, then you go on and continue to repeat the exercises for about 50 repetitions. So just very gently opening and closing. I'll give you a look at my hand. Just opening and closing. No, and I'm not doing this. So just gently. Now, if you get tired of opening and closing all the fingers at once, another way you can do it is just like this, rolling them. Again, it's very gentle, soft movement, but I'm doing the fingers individually in a rolling movement. So here's a close-up of that. And you can go the other way as well, although I find that way just a little bit more difficult. It requires more concentration for me to roll that way rather than this way, but you can roll that way. And you can vary that with the opening and closing. So the basic principle here is in the Chinese saying, move the pain away. Now, I'm going to step out of the camera for a second and well, you'll see in a second. What I have here now is 4 wooden balls, which I got at Michael's, and Michael's doesn't pay me to advertise them, but that's the only place I know to find them. They're about 1 inch in diameter. And now, very gently, I will exercise my fingers by rotating the little wooden balls. Where am I? Where's the camera? Oh.
There you are.
Yeah, like that. You can try to go the other way, but again, for me, that's a little bit difficult. So don't use the metal balls. So the metal balls can be cold, and they can take your chi, because metal is conductive of chi, whereas the wood, not so much. And so the very nice exercise to just do the balls and then place the hands together. And I'm going to just move my hands back and forth like this. Again, not too much pressure, but just allowing the balls to massage the joints, like so. So the wood is the best. There's very high quality jade. It's expensive though, which is also very good. But these wooden balls are just fine. Don't use the metal ones. And whoops, well, that happens as I do the rotation. Okay, now in addition to that, Now, something I bet physical therapy does not do is the joint breathing. So now, I'm just going to let my hands hang here relaxed, and I'm going to put my mind deeply into the joints of the hands. And as I inhale, I'm going to use the reverse abdominal breathing, which we use anytime we have intention to move the chi strongly. So I'm going to inhale. I'm going to pull in my lower abdomen gently and gently lift the perineum. And with my mind in the joints, I'm going to envision breathing into each of these joints, warm, healing chi. So as I'm breathing in, abdomen in, perineum up, it's like if I had a vacuum attached to my body and I was being shrink wrapped or vacuum sealed. And this vacuum sealed feeling is drawing the chi into all the joints of the fingers. And I could add the wrists as well. That as I exhale with the reverse breathing, I gently push out the lower abdomen, gently push down on the perineum, and visualize that I am breathing out from all the joints of the fingers, all the pain and illness, stale chi and inflammation. So this is called joint breathing. Do we inhale? Imagine breathing into the joints, warm, healing chi. As you exhale, imagine breathing out of the joints, pain and illness, stale energy, inflammation. So you continue with long, slow, deep, even breaths. Imagine breathing in and out of your fingers. Healing energy in, pain, stiffness, illness out. And you can do this sitting down. You can do all of these exercises sitting down. You don't have to be standing. In fact, you could be lying down if you wished. And now, final therapeutic treatment would be to massage the joints. So come closer to the camera and show that just taking a joint and massaging it. Again, not too vigorously. And I can also move it a little bit, particularly if it's stiff, gentle movement with the other hand assisting the movement. Just massaging like that. Of course, when you got all these joints on your fingers, that takes a while, so you concentrate on the ones that are giving you the most trouble. Just massage them. Okay, so we had the movement. We had the use of the little balls. We had the massaging and the joint breathing. You can use those therapeutic techniques for any joint. Of course, you have to be able to reach it to massage it. But you know, you can use like tennis balls and lie down and do the back. You could use probably the little balls or a wooden roller on the feet. With your toes, you just open and close the toes gently with the knees. Actually, there's a video that is up on Chi Element's YouTube channel called Qigong for Knees or Qigong for Knee Pain. So the knees, we just move So it would be just like this. Now I'm not lifting my foot off the floor. I'm just bending the knee like this. Alternating the knees. And then I will change the angle a little bit, the angle of the toes, but not too much. I don't want to irritate the joint. I want to soothe the joint. So the movement should be soothing rather than irritating. And then of course you can massage. Now a trick with the massage is that if you generate heat in your palms and then you do the massage, like for example the knees or maybe the shoulder, something like this, you by rubbing the palms together like this, you bring chi to the palms and you generate heat. So that can be additionally soothing to the joints. Yeah. So the knees just bending and a little bit with toes out and a little bit with toes in. If we look at wrists, again, move the pain away, but we've got a lot more possibilities with movement with the wrists than we do with the fingers. So the fingers basically only go this way, open and close, right? I mean, even if we do this, it's still just basically open and close. But the wrists move in circles and side to side and up and down. So when you're working with your wrists, you can use a bigger variety of movement. So up, like up and down, side to side, circle clockwise, circle counterclockwise. Move the joint until it feels warm, and then you continue for another, maybe 5 minutes in this case, or 50 repetitions. Just gentle movement. So I don't want to challenge my wrists by doing this. Okay, so we don't do this. We just gently move them. So. And just a simple underlying key principle of health is movement is healthy. So when you stop moving, things start to go bad. Yeah. Like the saying is, like a well-used threshold never rots, or a well-used hinge never rusts. So the same principle with the joints of parts of the body. Now, to conclude the Qigong with the arthritis Qigong protocol, if you do these exercises, probably like 3 times a day, at least, and more if you can do that. If the next day, 24 hours pass by, and you feel worse pain than usual, and the weather hasn't changed and become more humid or colder, and you haven't eaten any foods that potentially can cause more inflammation in the body. So if you have more pain than usual, given that other conditions are held constant, you overdid it. So how can you overdo it? You can overdo it by doing too many repetitions. Like, I've got arthritis, I'm gonna fix that today. Okay. Well, you didn't get it in one day. You can't fix it in one day. So if you tried to do the movements all day long, you probably would most certainly feel more pain than usual the next day. So you need either you did too many repetitions, or you made the movements too big and too tense and too strenuous. So if I'm doing this with my wrist, this is too much. Okay, so questions on that Qigong for arthritis?